Good afternoon. On behalf of the Department of Computer Science of Guru Sri Shanti Vijay Jain College for Women, I extend a warm welcome to you all to today's webinar on cloud computing. Prayer is a surge of the heart. Let us begin the event with a prayer. I take a privilege to welcome you all. I welcome our Honorable Secretary and Correspondent, Dr. Gautam P. Ved, sir. I welcome our respected Principal, Ma'am, Dr. M.K. Malati. Welcome, sir. Welcome, ma'am. My special welcome to our today's guest of honor and speaker, Mr. Kalicharan P., Cloud Architect at Case Fintech Private Limited. Welcome, sir. I welcome all the viewers and the faculty members. Once again, I welcome you all. Let me introduce our today's guest, Mr. Kalicharan. Sir is a cloud architect at Case Fintech Private Limited, AWS solution architect with 8 years of experience, have proven competence in solving technical challenges through cohesive team work with real projects in AWS. Education. Sir has pursued ME in Computer Science Engineering from MIT campus Anna University. Sir is also graduated with an MCA degree from BSA Crescent Engineering College. We are really grateful to have you here, sir.
You.
I request you to kindly carry on the session further.
Yeah, sure. So good afternoon to everyone, and it's a, good privilege for me to give a seminar about cloud computing, and thank your staffs for providing this opportunity for your students like this. So it would be a great opportunity for you all students to know about what is cloud computing and what is going in our current industry. So you may heard about cloud computing, but I'm not sure how many of you are well aware of how many services are available in cloud. So future of IT will be moving on to cloud plus big data plus artificial intelligence. So combined of three technologies will be the everything for your need in your future. So I'm specialized in cloud. So I'm working as a cloud architect, and I'm mostly concentrating on cloud infrastructure services in current company. So my previous company, I was also an Linux plus cloud engineer. So all Linux programs, Linux operating systems like Red Hat, Sun Solaris, SysLinux, so all will be covered in the cloud. Uh, so once again, I thank all your staff members for providing this opportunity to give a guest lecture about cloud computing. So let us go to
Yes,
presentation.
thank you.
Is my PPT is visible to all?
Yes, sir, it is visible.
Okay. So let's go to the introduction. So why we are moving to cloud? So the best answer is we cannot use our physical devices to certain extent, because you may have the hard disk of 1 TB or 100 500 GB. So beyond that, if you are going to use, you have to spend more money to get more hard disks to save your data. So that is why we are going to cloud. Cloud is also a physical devices, but we cannot see it visually at the back end how they are functioning. So that is why we are calling it as a cloud. It is usually internet based services which is available for our end users. So you can see a diagrammatic representation, like end users are us, like students, whoever are using the services of cloud. And like physical devices are represented like a cloud representation. This is not a exact cloud, but this is also a physical devices which we cannot able to see it at the back end. And it is functioning through the service provider like AWS, Google Cloud, Azure, like etc. You can see, so why we are going to cloud computing. So as I already told you that there is an increase in data storage in our computers or in mobile, uh, and it's like a, or even if you are using it in a, even your college server, if it is an on-premise server, you may have maximum of 10 TB. So beyond that, if the data is going to fill up to 10 TB, you are going to increase it to certain extent. So for that, either you need to buy a new hard disk that is going to cost money for you. So like this, if your data is keep on increasing and you have to spend money for getting all the devices that needs to store the data. That is why we are going for a cloud. So cloud, you don't need to buy anything. It is already ready-madely available in the market. So, if you take IT companies nowadays, nearly 70 to 80% of the companies are all moving to cloud. Why? Because they are having a huge amount of data. You cannot even just think about how much data they are having. For example, even for example, if you take my company, they are having lakhs and lakhs, like not lakhs, maybe crore amount of data. So that will not be uh, saved in a 1 TB or 10 TB of hard disk. It may require at least minimum of 100 TB or maybe a 200 TB. So think about how much cost you're going to spend for getting that much of a hard disk in a market. So companies will not, now they are what to say, they're all now well versed about the like maintaining the cost about their infrastructure. So that's why they are not getting any physical devices for their company. Instead of that, they are going for a cloud. Cloud is like it's rental based. We will cover that later. So that is the reason why we are going to cloud. So cloud does not also give your opportunity to increase the data. It also has other various uses. We will cover that in later. You can see here, like the companies where the cloud computing is a cheaper solution, because they don't want to invest in a huge money, because they need to buy here lakhs and lakhs of servers. That server should be placed in a well equipped infrastructure. It should have a air conditioning facility, and that server should be maintained by another person, and you have to provide salary for that person. It is going to be a huge cost for the company. So instead of that, if they are going for a cloud solution, all will be managed by the service provider. You don't want to do nothing. It's all just a single click of from your mouse what you are going to use. That's all. Only you have to pay for the what services you are using it. That's all. about another cloud. So there are two types of cloud: private cloud and public cloud, and also we have hybrid cloud. Private cloud is like a it's like a on premise. It's your own setup where it's not be it will not be available through the internet, or it will not be available to other people. It's for your own use. That is a private cloud. Public cloud is like what I told is like Amazon Web Services, Google, Azure, Oracle. These are all comes under public cloud where everyone can use it. Hybrid cloud is combined of both public and private. Some companies, what they will do, they will be having their confidential data in their own private cloud. They will not put it in the public cloud, but they will also use some services in the public cloud. So that is called a hybrid cloud, where public and private will be combined together. So now we are coming to what are the cloud computing services. We have IaaS, PaaS, SaaS. So IaaS is an infrastructure as a service. Just a minute. And SaaS is a software as a service. So software as a, so software will be available ready-madely in the cloud where you need to install directly to the system. So through the use of internet, you can download the software from your vendor, and you can ready-madely use it for your needs. And platform as a service, so it's like a building an OS or applications and services. So for it's useful for the developers. So what kind of platform you're going to use, or what is a need for your company, or what is a need for your personal use, that you can select it from the cloud, and based on that you can use the platform for your convenience. So you can see some software support and management services, storage, networking, deploying, testing, collaborating. So whatever if you're working in a project, so that if that project requires any specific kind of platform, specific kind of application, you can choose that in a cloud. So as I told, infrastructure is it's a fundamental where you're going to build a new environment, like launching a new server with your own OS. Either it can be a Windows server or a Linux server, and you can install whatever applications you need. That is, this all will be in a manual thing, but it's all available in the cloud. So it's like a building from a scratch. Infrastructure as a service is building from a scratch, where you have to create your own IP address. You have to create your own uh, ports that to communicate to with the source and destination. So you can see the list of cloud service providers here: Google, Lotus Live, then NetSuite, Salesforce. It's not like Google is using a SaaS and Windows Azure is using a platform as service. All are combined. Everything is using all the services. For just for understanding, and just put it like this. So it's not like this cloud services is giving only IaaS. This services is giving only platform as a service. Google is giving only software service. All the three clouds are giving all the three services. So you can just see it. So this is a simple architecture how the cloud services is working. So web browser is the front end where we are accessing it through via internet. Through internet, it is going to the web application server, and from server, it is going to database server. Database is a backend. So remember the one thing which is very important, because even if you are attending any campus interview, they may ask like the basic question like why we are having a database at the back end, because database is the very sensitive part, it will not be what to say. It cannot be exposed via internet to the public, because if it is exposed to the public or public via internet, anyone can try to hack the database and they can steal the data from the database server. So always remember that database server will be stored in a private subnet. So this is a the separate concept where when we go deep into cloud. But remember, this is a basic thing. Database will not be always exposed to the internet directly. It will be uh, available via private subnet through internet gateway through internet. So these are all some security aspects. You can just note it down. That's architecture which I explained it now. We go to Now we go to the benefits of cloud computing. So as I told you, you are going to pay only for what services you are going to use. Will see some benefits. So it will lower the IT infrastructure and the computer cost for users. So just for example, take your example as for your college. So your college is having some lab facility which will be having around 30 to 40 systems for each user, right? So for each user, they should have a separate computer with separate hard disk, with separate RAM, with separate processor. So if you college, it's okay, no problem. It's going to be a one-time investment, and every time they are going to shift the batch, and they are going to teach you what is going for your needs. But coming to a company, they will be sometimes they may have a requirement of more number of candidates or more number of persons to work on a project. So that time they cannot go on buying systems. So that's the reason they are going to cloud, because in cloud is having anything. You cannot imagine what services are provided by the cloud. So that kind of all services are provided by cloud, and that too with a cheaper rate. You don't want to spend more money for that. So in that way, the IT infrastructure, IT companies are reducing their cost. And also, when you come to performance sector, you have with very low to very high performance systems. It's all based upon your need. If you are a learner, or if you want to just test what is available in cloud, you can choose for a with a moderate performance. Or if you're going for any high-end systems, like if you are working on a AI related projects, if it is require more configuration, then you can go for higher configuration. It's all based upon the money which you're going to pay for the cloud services. If you want very low performance, for that also they are giving the services. It's all based upon our need. And maintenance, as I already told you, we don't want to maintain anything, since it's a AWS, or since it's a cloud service provider. All will be taken care by them. And the instant software updates, you don't want to search for the any updates from your system, because each and every updates will be given by the cloud service provider, and automatically it will be applied to the systems. And we have different varieties of operating systems. Whichever you want, you can choose it. We have Windows Server with many versions. And coming to Linux, we have Ubuntu, SUSE Linux, Solaris, Red Hat, Oracle Linux. So everything is available. So backup and recovery options is available in cloud. You don't want to worry about your data. And similarly, the performance and scalability, if you want to increase the configuration of your server, you can keep on increasing it. Similarly, if you want to decrease configuration, you can decrease it. So increased storage capacity, you don't want to worry about the storage level, because lakhs and lakhs of data, you can keep on storing the data. So that kind of huge capacity cloud service is giving for us. And also your data will be always in a safer side. So don't need worry about your safety about data. So the same thing. cloud benefits. As I told you, it's a flexible, whatever service, whatever thing, we can use it for our own use. Then disaster recovery. So even if any one zone is not available or any one system is available, your data will be stored in a secured way. So you can recover your data easily. So automatic software updates, it will be provided by the service provider. So pay as you go. Whatever service you are using, for that only you are going to pay the amount, not for the entire thing. So increased collaboration. So everything is available. You can combine all the services. Document control. You can. There are many documents available for the cloud, where it will be a guidance for you for the freshers or anyone who is new to the cloud, so they can go through the document. Then security, as I already told you, it's they are giving a high class security for data. Then location independent. So each and every zone is having an independent availability zone. So even but interconnected. But even if one zone is going down, so automatically your data will be replicated in another zone. So easily you can able to retrieve your data in the other zone. Security concerns, you can, so all are encrypted. So, so this way they are giving a high class security for the data. It protects from the malware and rootkits. So the simple way, you cannot, you don't want to worry about data in the cloud. It is already taken care by the service provider. So these are major top services and most trusted cloud services in the market. And the leading one is Amazon Web Services, which holds the most of the market shares. And coming to next level is Microsoft Azure, which is also coming equal to AWS. And the third is Google. They're also slowly starting giving all the services to the companies. The major one is the Amazon Web Services. So now we will see about some of the services and some history about Amazon Web Services. So you can see Andy Jassy, he is the AWS founder and vice president, and it was first started in 2006. So in 2016, Andy Jassy was promoted to as a CEO. First, so before Andy Jassy, so now actually currently I have not updated here. Uh, Now it's Adam Selipsky, I think. He's a CEO of the AWS division. And also the revenue was $36 million in 2017. And now now it's in the billion, I think. It's about nearly $20.5 billion in 2022 for the quarter three. So you can see the history of AWS platform. So initially, it was launched in 2002, and in 2004, yeah, the first service was SQS service, Simple Queue service. That is the first service launched by the AWS, and later on, they developed like a EC2 service. EC2 is a Elastic Compute Cloud, with a team in Cape Town in South Africa. So SQS is the first service that was provided by the AWS. So you can see, so after in March 14th, they offered other three services like S3. So I told you about the storage, right? So S3 is a simple storage service where you will be storing all the data in the cloud. SQS is a queue service, simple queue service, and EC2. So these are the first three services were launched in the 2006 March 14th, and they also introduced some certification program to computer engineers on April 30th, 2013. So that is why now we are come across like AWS certified developer, AWS solution architect, AWS certified cloud solution architect. So many certifications are available right now. So you can see here, as of 2019, AWS has their operations in 20 geographical regions, and also now recently they have launched to another region in India, in Hyderabad. It was launched in maybe 2 3 months back, I think. So you can see the major part in North America and one in South America. So five in Middle East countries and eight in Asia Pacific. And also this is actually these below regions have been launched. Hong Kong, Bahrain, Milan, Cape Town, Jakarta, all are launched. So now the AWS services are available in the below regions also. So each region will be having multiple availability zones. So, so one availability zone will be having a lakhs and lakhs of servers where all our data and all our configurations are accessed by the data centers. So you can make note of it. So each zone, each region is having multiple availability zones. So each zone will be having all the data centers. So you can see, so availability zones do not automatically provide us additional scalability or redundancy within a region, since they are intentionally isolated from each other to prevent outages from spreading between zones. So if you want to replicate your data in two zones, for that you need to pay for the cloud service provider. So initially your data will be in a one availability zone, and if you want to be securely store your data in another zone also, you have to pay for that. So in that way, your data will be available in the other zone. So even if one availability zone is going down, so you can retrieve the data from the other availability zone. So this is called the disaster recovery. And also they are giving some services like DynamoDB across this S3 and DynamoDB. It can be accessed on all the availability zone based on the downtime. So you can see some of the services offered by AWS. This, just for example, have mentioned only a few of the services, but AWS is offering more than 140 plus services when you go to their services, and when you go to their website, and you can check the services there. So for example, like EC2, Lightsail, ECS. EC2 I already told you, like Elastic Compute Cloud. Then Lightsail is one service. ECS, Elastic Container Service. Then Elastic Beanstalk, Lambda. These are all some services. So when you start using these services, you can come across, or so uh, you can able to explore what how they are functioning, what are their uses in the cloud. So initially, it will be like since we are telling about the introduction about the services, it will be like a theory only. So when you start using these services, then you can really know how these services are used in the cloud. It will be very interesting if you start using it. Then storage services like S3. S3 full form is Simple Storage Service. Then EFS full form is Elastic File System. Then Storage Gateway. S3 Glacier is one of the part of the S3 services. So you can see likewise AWS offers different kinds of services that we can use without any limitations, since it's a pay as you go model. So only you're going to pay for the services which are going to use. And okay, I will tell you at the last. The same thing with the icon representation. So Amazon EC2, Amazon RDS. RDS is a relational database system. Then AWS Direct Connect. Amazon EBS is a Elastic Block Storage. Then Amazon S3, Elastic Load Balancing. Then Amazon Route 53. Amazon VPC. VPC is an important service in Amazon. VPC full form is Virtual Private Cloud, where you will be having all the network related stuffs in the VPC, like subnetting, IP addresses, public subnet, private subnet. So all will be available in the VPC VPC sector. Then Elastic IP. Elastic IP is nothing but the static IP. These are all services. If we get an opportunity to come to your college for next time, maybe we can have a brief introduction about these services. So you can see the market, the world market, how the cloud is occupied by the companies. And majorly, you can see Amazon is holding 33% of the world market. Then second, coming to Microsoft Azure, IBM is third, but IBM, they are not into public cloud. So they are giving cloud services only for internal services for their own use only. So they are not publicly available. Then Google, Oracle, Alibaba, they are all public cloud. So major top players are Amazon, Microsoft, Google, and slowly Oracle is coming into the market. Alibaba Cloud, some may heard about this name. It's a Chinese service. Its origin from China. So still now we are seeing about like cloud is a pay service. Like so we have 12 months of free tier service. This is especially for the students and who are new to the cloud because they can use the services for 12 months without any charge. It's called a free tier account in AWS. All you need to have is a one valid debit card or credit card. My suggestion and my uh, what to say, you can use debit card only. Don't use any credit cards for because while sign up, it will be asking for the card details that I will show you. So with this, will, my presentation is over. I'll just show you the how to create a free tier account in AWS. Just a minute. And one thing, okay, just a minute. I'll just start.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, Kamini.
So there are some questions. Can I read them out?
Yes, sure.
Okay, sir. First question is Yashita has asked, what measures are taken to provide security to the client's data in the cloud?
Yeah, okay. So coming to security, so once you have an AWS account, you would be provided with the two keys. One is a secret access key, and another one is a access key. Two keys: access key and secret access key. These two keys will be different for all the users. I will show you that because these two keys will not be shared to anyone, and you should not share these two keys to even to your friends or to your close relatives, to anyone, because that is the main security key for your own account. So that way your data, your whole account will be protected. So while creating the account itself, you will be having that two keys. I will show you. Any other questions?
Thank you, sir. Monisha has asked, what is EFS?
it's elastic file system. So it is one of the service available in AWS. So directly, if we go to that service, it will be confusing, but it's like a file sharing system. So that's why if we start using all the services, then only we can able to see what are the benefits of each and every services. So if you start using, then you can able to explore what is EFS and what are other services. So first we'll be sign upping a new account. Then we'll be seeing what are the services available in AWS account. So what is the main features that is available for AWS? So slowly we can move on to the other services, because EFS it's like it will be like an advanced thing. So immediately if I tell about EFS, it will not be able you not be able to understand what is its use. But it's one of the services in AWS. It is used for a elastic file system and also for a file sharing system. Any
Thank you,
other
sir.
questions? Okay.
Yes, sir. Rumana has asked, sir, can cloud information be accessed by data scientists?
Yes, sure, but the data scientist should have a AWS account for himself. He cannot access through other account. I mean, if he have his own account, he can use it for processing his data.
Sugna Prema has asked, what do you mean by cloud delivery models?
Didn't get you properly. Cloud delivery models means cloud service providers or cloud delivery models. Can you be any clear in the question, please?
Sorry, sir.
Suguna, Suguna Prema Sounder. So the question is not clear. Maybe any more
Yes,
clarity
sir, I
on.
have displayed it on the screen. I will read it out once again. What do you mean by cloud delivery models?
Uh, it's like not like a cloud delivery models. Uh, so service providers are there like AWS, Azure, Google. They are all service providers. Delivery models. It's not. The term is different. It will not like a delivery models. It will be like a any any specific configurations available in cloud. So any architecture you are designing for your own purpose, that can be a one of the model. If you are launching a new server and if you are installing any new applications with your own configuration, it is going to be a separate model for your own use. So that maybe that would be a one separate model for your own use. So based upon if you come to industry, so based upon the customer requirements, you will be designing a new architecture for the cloud. So that would be a on delivery model. So it differs upon the requirement from the client or customer or whatever the need from the end user.
Thank you, sir. Sir, Kajol has asked, what are the platforms used for large scale cloud computing?
The platforms used for large scale cloud computing, it's not like platforms, all platforms are available. Uh, and it's not like a large scale cloud computing. uh, Cloud is having very high end computing. You cannot imagine how much configuration they are providing. It's all based upon your need. So all services is available in cloud. You can choose for the your own infrastructure. If you are going for any animation or anything related for a high end configuration, that server capacity will be available. You can choose that server capacity and you can launch the server and you can start using services. So that way you can use the platform for your need. Platforms are all are available. So all you need is if you already have an account, maybe you could have come across this question. So that's why if you create an account and start using services, then you can able to see what are the services available in the cloud.
Thank you, sir. Last question of the day. Kajal has asked, can you explain about the limitations of cloud computing?
Limitations, uh, cost. Maybe if you going for a if you're a student and if you want to go for any high end computing, like because in free tier you won't be having any high-end computers or high-end configurations. That way you need to pay for the services which you are going to use, because the free tier account will be having a very very basic configuration for the server, so that will not fulfill for your any testing purpose or any what to say, uh, if your computer needs like 16 GB RAM or 32 GB RAM, or if it needs a processor like i7 processor, so that will not be provided in a free tier account. So free tier account will be having a many with a minimum of basic requirements for your learning purpose. So this is one of the limitations, but this also can be overcome because because cloud computing, AWS is offering some conferences. If you attend that conferences, they will be providing some credits in dollars. They'll be providing some voucher code, so that can be redeemed in your account, like $25 or $30 in your account. So you can use that credits to go for a high-end computers for your any testing purpose, learning purposes. And also they are giving some learning materials also, so that you can make use of it. Limitations, yeah, limitations is only thing comes under cost, and that too if you're an individual. When you go for a company, the cost is going to be bared by the company, because they are going to pay for it and you are going to use for the company. That's all.
Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah.
We got to learn a lot many things from you about cloud computing today.
Okay.
Uh,
So still you have any more time, or
Sorry, sir.
no, if you have some more time, maybe I can show you the web services console, AWS console. What are the services
Sure,
available
sir.
there?
Sure, sir. You can.
Yeah, because that way you can able to understand. See, so is my screen visible to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you can see. So in Google, you can just type AWS dot amazon.com or AWS dot management console. The home page will be looking like this. Uh, so first you need to create an account in AWS. I'll just show you how to create an account. Just click create an AWS account. Uh, you need to provide your Gmail account or any other account. Already I'm having an account. Just showing you. Uh, so already my account is exist. No problem. I can just so if you need to copy the verification code that is sent by the AWS. So since my already my account is existing, I won't receive that. So you need to put a verification code that is sent to your mail ID. So after that, just click verify. Then it will be taken to the next page. Then fill all the details. Then finally, it will be asking for the card details. So kindly provide debit card details. Don't provide a credit card. So once it is successful, you'll be getting a verification call from AWS to confirm your account. And initially, 2 rupees will be debited from your debit card to validate your account, and that 2 rupees will be refunded to you within 2 to 3 working days. That's the verify whether you have given the correct card details or not. But they won't charge uh, without your concern. So that way, you don't want to worry about that. So let's I will just log into my account. So it will be asking for root user account. Just type your email address and click next. Root user is the it's like admin account. Password. Okay, my account has been suspended because I'm not using this account frequently. Let me use another account. So new password. Oh, yeah, it's again coming it. Sorry, I'm not using my own account since I'm using Orbis account. So it's long been using my own account.
Okay, sir.
Maybe- Okay, just a minute. I will just show you the services. Okay, so for your reference, let me create a new account so that you can also have a, clear idea how to create a new account. I'll just create it. Alternative file. I'll just create a new email ID. Okay, password. So now I have get a new email ID. So my new email ID is charansky98765. So I'm using this email ID to create a AWS account. So go to create a free account. Just click for another account. It's not allowing me to create a new account. I'm not understanding it. Just create a new AWS account. Click here. Okay. So now just give the email ID charansky98765. AWS account name, you can choose anything, your own name also. I'm giving it as Charan. So it will verification code will be sent. So copy this verification code. Verify. So now your email address has been verified. So now to give your root account password, I'm giving it as continue. Is it okay? Already this password is existing. Just a minute. Hmm. So now it will be asking sign up for AWS contact information. Just click second option. Don't click for the first option. Click personal for your own projects. Enter your name here. Just giving Charan. Then enter your phone number here 9025220. An address, just you can give some random address. I mean, that's only basic T Chennai, Tamil Nadu, pin code 40. Mm. Oh, sorry. Then select India. Select the country, India, full number, 91, India. Okay, so now it will be asking for the debit card details here. Just enter the debit card here number. Just entering my card number here. 2514. Then enter the expiry date. So month September, year 2028. And name. So if you have PAN card, you can, for the PAN card option, you just select no. Don't want to give anything yes. Let's all go for another step. Verify and continue. So I told you, right, it will be debiting 2 rupees from your account for validating it. So OTP will be received to your mobile number. 91. Let's click submit. Just enter the mobile number here to get the message. 025. H P S send SMS. Verification code. Enter the verification code received on your mobile. So it's a 10 minutes work for sign up, for creating an account. So once it's ready, then no problem. So now you can choose. Since we are going for a free tier account, choose the first one, basic support, free. So you can see the other two accounts, developer support, business support. So these are all will be under a chargeable account. Even free tier also it will be chargeable, but you have to use the services only which is coming under free tier that I will show you now. Just make sure before that you have chosen the basic support. Then complete sign up. So successfully we have created an account. Go to AWS Management Console and just click sign into the console. So root user is admin user. Just give the email address which you have given. Sky 9 8 Sky. because this is a very very basic step you should know for creating the account. Then only you know we can able to use the services in the AWS. ZP Z R H 6 CPX 4P. Okay, I'll give it the password. Three Q. I just forgot the password. I think last time. Okay, okay. Okay. So we are logged into the account. So this is the um, so this is the console homepage when you logged into your AWS account. So you can see the by default these services will available: IAM, EC2, S3, RDS, Lambda. Is set to default AWS layout. So if you want to search any services, you can search here in the search box. Like type EC2. So it will be showing all the services in the EC2 dashboard. So likewise, if you click EC2, EC2 is the heart of the AWS. So where you will be seeing all the okay. So since I've created this new account, it will take at least 2 to 24 hours to activate this account. No problem. I'll just explain you the regions and services in the console. So now you know how to create a account in AWS. So try creating it, and you can see here the top right corner Tokyo, right? Here we'll be having all the geographical locations across the world. So by default it has taken to Tokyo. So when you start using any services, just use the first one, use East North Virginia. So you can see we have one region in Mumbai. So you can see there are 9 regions that are not enabled for this account. Maybe for after verification, it will all be enabled. I told you right. They recently launched in Hyderabad also, so it comes under Asia Pacific. So these are all geographical regions available in AWS. So whenever you start using any services or if you're any testing purposes, go for first one, North Virginia, US East. Don't go for other regions because the cost will be differing for each and every region. So North Virginia will be having the minimum cost. Even in India regions like Bombay and Hyderabad will also be will be having a little bit higher cost when compared to North Virginia. So these are all services available here. You can just click services, this box symbol here, just click it here. So just click all services. So just click view all services. So now you can see what are all the services offered by the AWS. See in compute, under compute you can see EC2, Lightsail, Lambda, Batch, Elastic Beanstalk. These are all comes under EC2. Containers, then storage services, then database, then migration and transfer, network and content delivery. So those are all interested in developing, or you can just go for here or like developer tools. But prior to that, you need to have a basic knowledge about AWS. There are many free courses available in AWS market. I will just share you the websites for that. Maybe you can note it down so you
Sure,
can
sir.
see. Yeah, thank you. So you can see this under security, identity and compliance, all security related services are available here. I told you right, once you create an account, click your name, click security credentials. So I told you right. So once you create an account, create a access key for your account. So I told you. So access key has been created, and the secret access key also been has been created. Just click show. It will be having another key. These two keys are very important to retrieve your account. So these two keys should not be shared to anyone else except yourself. So this is how your account has been protected. This is also the secret access because even if one key has been known to any other person, they cannot access your account because you need both the keys to access or to make any changes in your account. So that's why even while displaying the secret access key is not being displayed like as displayed like an access key. So if you click show only, it will show the secret access key. And don't store anywhere in your computer because even if someone is using your system, they may have an access to see the both the keys. Or any hacker can, just for example, I'm telling, even for a hacker can access your both the keys while accessing your system. So better not to store anywhere. Maybe it's by default it will be in AWS itself. Okay, so this is how you'll be creating an account. So for accessing the these two keys, you need to go to just click your name. Under your name, go to security credentials. It's under security credentials. You can just scroll down and you can see access keys. And to become more secure, enable MFA multi-factor authentication in your mobile. So it will take some more time. In case if we have another day or any other in future, if we have any session, we will explain this. So this is how we will be exploring all the services. Just as I already told you, just go to services, click all services, view all services. Since it's a newly created account, we cannot. I'm not able to access the services because it will be taking 24 hours for activation for this account. So you can just see what are all the services available in the AWS market.
Thank you, sir.
So any doubts till this?
So as of now, there are no more questions. Can we move towards the end of the session?
Yes, yes, sure.
Thank you, sir. This was really informative.
Mm.
I take pleasure in delivering vote of thanks for the day. I thank our respected principal, ma'am, Dr. M.K. Malati. I thank our honorable secretary and correspondent, Sir Dr. Gautam P. Ved. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. My special thanks to our today's guest and speaker, Mr. Kali Charan, sir, for sparing time amidst his busy schedule and sharing his knowledge about cloud computing. Thank you so much, sir. I thank our HOD, Dr. P. Karmuhil, ma'am, for her guidance. Thank you, ma'am. I thank all the faculty members and the student coordinators for their support. I thank all the viewers. Once again, I thank everyone. Kindly raise for the national anthem.
तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जय जय मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे